Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into something really interesting. Some powerful, almost spy-level techniques for getting people to tell you, well, just about everything. We're going to break down how the real covert operatives do it, and how you can actually apply those same methods in your own life.
And where are we getting all this from? Well, our source for this explainer is a book by Dr. David Craig, who's an international undercover expert himself. What he's done is translate these incredibly advanced methods that spies use into skills that, we can use every day, professionally or personally.
To really get to the heart of these techniques, you just have to look at this quote. The author actually asked the legendary FBI agent Joe Pistone, you probably know him as Donnie Brasco, what his #1 single biggest asset was. And his answer was so simple. You just gotta get him to talk.
So what is this secret weapon? What is this specific technique that spies and undercover agents are using to get people to just open up?
Well, the technique is called elicitation, and I absolutely love how it's defined here. A conversation with a learning agenda. See, this isn't about some aggressive, in-your-face interrogation. It's the go-to tool for intelligence agencies to learn things people would normally never, ever share. And the crazy part? They often do it willingly.
But, before we can learn how to unlock a secret, we first have to understand the lock itself. We really need to look at what secrets are and why do they even exist in the first place.
At its most basic level, a secret is really just that. You're intentionally hiding information. And the others here, that could be anybody. You, a friend, a company, even an entire government.
But here's the kicker. This is the fundamental weakness, the fragile point in every single secret. A ton of academic research shows pretty consistently that we humans have this powerful, just natural urge to share secret information. We actually want to talk about it.
So if we want to use that natural urge to our advantage, we have to figure out what kind of secret we're even dealing with. We've got to know why the information is being locked away.
And the book makes this pretty simple. It boils all secrets down into two main categories, and it all comes down to the motivation of the person keeping it. It all comes down to one big question. Is the person keeping the secret to benefit themselves? If so, that's a self-focused secret. Or are they keeping it for someone else's benefit? That's an other-focused secret. The motivation here is literally everything.
Right, so self-focused secrets are all about self-preservation. Think about hiding a mistake you made at work, or not telling your partner about a bunch of credit card debt, or maybe concealing an addiction. The goal is to avoid some kind of negative fallout, embarrassment, shame, losing an edge.
Other focused secrets, on the other hand, they're usually driven by goodwill. Planning a surprise party is the classic example, right? Or think of a doctor choosing their words really carefully to give a patient some hope. It's all about protecting someone else.
Okay, now let's get into the psychological glitch that makes keeping any secret, whether it's for you or someone else, so incredibly hard. This is the part you can really leverage.
Let's try a little experiment right now, okay? It's based on some old Russian folklore. For the next few seconds, I want you to do one thing. Whatever you do not think about a white bear. Go.
So what happened? I'm guessing the harder you tried not to think about a white bear, the more it just kept popping into your head, right? Well, this is a real thing. It's a proven psychological effect called the white bear phenomenon. And this is a perfect illustration of what happens with secrets. The very act of trying to push a secret down to suppress it actually makes it more powerful in our own minds. It's like building up pressure behind a dam, and when that dam finally breaks, the information doesn't just trickle out, it comes out in a flood. So, now that we understand the nature of secrets and this weird psychological pressure they create, how do we actually use this knowledge? What can you do with this?
I know what you might be thinking. It's easy to see all this as kind of dark, right? Like it's just a form of manipulation. And, to be fair, it definitely can be. But the book reframes elicitation in a much more positive, constructive light. We keep coming back to this key phrase, a conversation with a learning agenda. The goal doesn't have to be to trick someone or to harm them. That learning agenda can be about understanding them, protecting them, and ultimately supporting them.
I mean, just think about it. This knowledge can empower you to find out if your kid is being bullied at school, or help you support a client or a patient more effectively if you're a professional. Or, it can just help you enrich your own relationships through a much deeper level of understanding and trust.
That being said, the ethics here, they're on you. The book is really clear that elicitation sits in a moral gray area.
This quote, which is from a U.S. attorney after a big corporate spy case, it just shows how high the stakes can be. It's a seriously powerful tool, and it can be used for good or for ill.
So, what's the big takeaway here? People aren't these impenetrable fortresses we sometimes think they are. Deep down, most people have a natural urge to share what's weighing on them. Understanding how secrets work isn't about becoming a mind reader. It's about becoming the person that someone else finally feels safe enough to talk to. Which leads to one last, pretty powerful question. What secret is someone you know just waiting for the right moment to share with you?